Hi everyone, welcome to First Drive. Today I'm going to take my very first test drive in a Mercedes Benz vehicle. It's the GLS 450. Now I may be a little bit out of my depth here. I probably could use some help.
Did you say you might need a little bit of help with this?
Yes, I can, Scott. This is Scott Powell. He's a salesman here at Smail Motor Cars. He's going to help me out with this test drive, so let's get it going. First thing, Scott, I know that this is a brand new redesigned vehicle for 2024, right?
It is. This original chassis has been out since 2020, but it's time for the mid-body refresh. A couple things we did to the car to freshen it up a little bit. New front end grille.
Okay.
And this particular one has the LED Mercedes Benz multi-beam headlamps. These are the type that are self-leveling. They will rise and fall in traffic, so you never blind anybody. Okay. They'll even point out obstructions potentially along the way. They'll find them, like maybe an animal, or light up this side of the road. Okay. It's still dim this side with oncoming traffic. That way you have full visibility all the time with an LED, and LEDs are better. Yeah. A lot of manufacturers use them now. We've pioneered that. They produce a color of light that's closer to natural sunlight.
And what, they probably turn around corners too whenever
absolutely.
You turn them.
Yeah, with this particular upgraded headlamp, absolutely.
These are some big tires, Scott. What do we got?
these are the standard 21. It's a good looking 5-spoke tire.
As we come along to the side, you're going to notice the turn signal indicators here, and as well as looks like a camera on the rear view mirror. All right, so Scott, as we come across to the back side of the vehicle here, I'm noticing those chrome accents continuing, as well as along the bottom here. I love it whenever vehicles have that. A lot of vehicles you see have plastic back there and it gets all scratched up and gross.
Well, the load sill protector not only looks good, but it also protects the paint underneath.
Okay.
And you've got the chrome wrap tips down there and the little accent just above the trailer hitch.
So I'm going to go ahead and open it up with the key fob here, and as we come to the back, some more chrome in the back here. Great, love it.
This is the only vehicle we offer with a standard third row seat. Now, these cars come with either two different configurations. You can either go with a second row bench, or you can go with the no charge option of the captain's chairs for a 6-passenger setup. Really, the captain's chairs have been more popular than the bench seat in the back. Okay. And this is all power too. You want to drop these seats, we can. Takes a quick second.
There we go. It's automatically folding on down for you. And obviously comes back up too, right?
Absolutely. Yep. If you'll push those towards the side of the car, that's going to drop the second row too.
All right, let's go ahead and press those down. All right, headrest coming up.
And they go flat.
You have the tonneau cover here up top to shield anybody from being able to look in.
And you can move that back if you want. There's another spot for it. They're covered up with little plugs. Let's say you don't really use that third row that often, but you use it for hauling. You can actually adjust that back about 2 feet and cover the entire cargo area.
Underneath here, you got your
spare tire
kit. And maybe a little bit of additional storage in there. Cool. All right, let's check out the back seats. All right, so in the back seat here, first thing I'm noticing down here, as you walk in, you have the Mercedes Benz logo down there in chrome, really nice.
The light up kick plate.
And these seats are really comfortable. It's got an armrest here. Plenty of space. Looks like you can adjust on the, oh yeah.
Give yourself a little bit more leg room if you need it, or if you need to take a little bit away to give a little bit more space for the folks in the third row, you can do that.
Yeah, it looks like you have some controls back here for your climate controls.
This has the optional third zone, so the folks in the back can have their own temperatures.
This panoramic roof goes all the way back to just behind my head here. This has actually got a screen up just to there, but
absolutely.
Yeah, I can really look up and see the sky and everything here.
And the glass does open to normal sunroof width right about there. The glass sits on top.
All right, well that's going to do it for the back seat. Let's jump up front and get this thing on the road. All right, so here we are on the interior of the GLS, and what I'm noticing first thing is that we got this one panel screen in front of us here, Scott, and the engine start stop button. I'm going to start with that. So this vehicle started up very silently.
This car has a 48-volt starter generator. That replaces an old alternator and a traditional starter. This car has a straight 6-cylinder engine, makes 375 horsepower with the turbo. Everything's turbocharged these days.
Yeah.
But that 48-volt starter generator actually smooths out turbo lag.
On the steering wheel here, we have all your different cruise control settings, and it looks like the ability to change what's on the screen here.
That's correct. You can completely customize the instrument cluster, and all these controls here are what they call capacitive. There's no real hard keys like for the volume. I'm not sure what the radio is, but you just slide your finger.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
You don't there's no real hard keys there. So you have the capacitive controls on the steering wheel, and you can completely customize what you view in. There you go. If you just want the nav screen there, you can.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's really cool. I love having the dash right there.
Try that one.
Let's do sport.
It's going to give you the speedometer up top, the tach down below. You also have your engine data over there with temperatures and whatnot, and
G-force.
It'll show you where the G-forces are. I'm sure you've driven a lot of different cars doing this for Smail.
Yeah.
This one is not a lumbering dinosaur. This one is sure-footed and agile.
On the right side of the steering wheel, looks like you got your push-to-talk button. I guess that brings up the question, you know, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto.
Standard feature, and it's wireless.
Yeah.
You also have the full MBUX 2.0 system. This is the touchscreen. Navigation, of course, is standard on the car. You can pinch it just like you would your phone, different views. It actually knows places, knows where places are. So you don't even have to get in here and do it the hard way. You can simply ask the car to take you different places. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Drive to the Westmoreland Mall.
Here is what I found. Where do you want to go?
Just touch one.
Calculating route. Please follow the road for 1 mile.
All right, so there's our directions to the mall, just like that, right up the road. So you do have a lot of controls down here. Just to take a look at some of these. It looks here on the left side, we have dynamic modes. You have a bunch of modes to choose from: individual, sport, comfort, eco, and off-road. Absolutely. All right, and some of the last stuff we want to look at before we get on the road are obviously your sunroof. I'm just going to go ahead and press that once, put the sunroof back, and we have the bug screen that comes up, windscreen there, and this comes back, you know, your standard distance for the sunroof. You get a lot of air in there, which is nice.
There is the Mercedes Me Connect app, and we'll set that up for you. Our product concierge, Carson, will set all that up for you. You get multiple controls for 1 year. It's an app on your phone, and roadside assistance is included with that.
All right, so as we're coming out onto the highway here, I'm going to go ahead and hit the gas a little bit, see what we got.
How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels, honestly, we got up to speed really quickly there, but it was a nice smooth transition up to speed.
You didn't feel the turbo kick in.
Yeah.
There's that 48-volt starter generator that does that for you.
So I'm noticing the G-force here on the cluster. We'll do it again. I'll wait a second here so that we can see. Right here, as I hit the gas, you can see we're sending Alex back in the back seat, but like you can see the G-force really kick in.
This has augmented video for navigation. I forgot about that feature.
In half a mile, keep right.
There's 2 cameras up here that are reading the road, and it's going to give you a live picture of where you should turn with an arrow. So it makes it next to impossible to.
In a quarter of a mile,
there you go.
keep right towards Greensburg Business.
Just follow the light. Follow the arrow.
All right. Straight away.
Straight away. Don't go around the corner. So go straight. So, see?
Oh, yeah. And yeah, actually,
now
yeah. See
right towards
the right
Business.
Yeah.
In a quarter of a mile, make a
it would be
U-turn.
really hard for me to use the wrong directions with this. You know what I mean?
Now make a U-turn.
There we go.
Yeah, see there's your arrow, and even tells you what street. So it shows you exactly what you're doing.
That's awesome. All right. So as we're driving down the road here, I'm noticing the lane keep assist is active because of this signal on the front of the dashboard. That's 2 green lines. So if I were to slightly veer off to the left side of the lane, it's actually keeping me within the lines on the road.
What it does, it puts the brakes on that side of the road or that side of the car, and that shoves you back in your lane.
Another thing I'm noticing up here on the dashboard, you have your speed limit sign up here on the top left. That's nice to have.
There's actually cameras that are reading the road sign, so it knows how fast the speed limit is through here.
So right now I have the cruise control on, and we're set at 26 miles per hour. The car in front of us is slowing down, we can see, so we're slowing down. And we're keeping at a safe distance between us and the car in front of us. If that car came all the way down to a stop, the vehicle would stop.
Absolutely.
Too, right?
Try something for me, just for fun.
Yes.
Take your hands off the wheel.
All right, hands are off the wheel.
It's going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Now, after a little while, it's going to remind you to put your hands back on the wheel, but the car is essentially driving itself right now.
You're right. Yeah. There it is. There's the alert right there telling me hands back on the wheel. Hands are on the wheel, and it's actually detecting that my hands are on the wheel too.
It knows.
On the lane next to me, there's somebody coming up in the blind spot. You see the turn signal indicator there telling me that somebody is in the blind spot and I should not make that left-hand turn. When I turn that turn signal on and somebody's in that spot, it's going to beep at me just like that to alert me that, hey, don't make that left turn. What do we got for warranty from Mercedes Benz?
You always have a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty. That covers everything. That is a comprehensive warranty.
Great.
Covers everything but tires, brakes, and wear items.
Awesome.
Heated seats, heated steering wheel. They do have ventilated seats.
And something that you might not be able to see in the daylight here is along the side, you have the interior lighting. Can you change that color to whatever you want?
Absolutely. There's 64 different colors you can get into.
Oh, wow.
Those are pre-programmed, and then any of these colors in between, just like a box of crayons.
So you can really customize, with this being a lighter interior, you can really customize, the look of your car, especially at nighttime.
Absolutely. And if you get over here, since we were in the comfort features, hit the back button, you can actually decide where you want the heat seating to be, the seat heating to be. If you would rather have it be on your back rather than your bum, you can do that. Most people will never take their Mercedes on anything but paved roads, but let's say you want to.
Okay.
No problem. The car is built for that kind of. The car is built to go off road. You do have all-wheel drive. You can see where it's giving you more power to those rear wheels at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shows your elevation. It'll show you your pitch and yaw. They do build these at our facility in Alabama. There's a rock pile out back, and they routinely will take GLSs up the rock pile. It will do it. Low carbon, high strength steel and a monocoque body. It's very rigid, but with just enough flex.
Put this into reverse.
Right, you have the surround view camera. That's a projected image. There's no drone following us.
Right. Well, it looks like it, huh? So, what I'm doing is not very good.
You can do better than that, Brian.
Yeah, I can do way better than that. So let's do this. I'm gonna even out. Thankfully, the cameras are here to show me how bad of a driver I'm being. It has predictive lines. It's setting me back into the spot just right.
Those lines there, those are your actual wheel tracks.
Okay.
The ones on the outside there, like this double one over here, you're not seeing double. That's the widest part of the car. And this red line here, now you got the beepers just came on.
I'm noticing this too. This is showing me where an obstruction is, huh?
Absolutely. Yep. That points out, shows you where you are. That red line there is about 2 or 3 inches off the bumper. And just in case you were wondering, that picture right there, kind of bow-shaped, that is the bumper.
Yes, right, yeah.
So you actually do have real perspective.
And that's awesome. We have these other side views that you were showing me earlier. You can see all the way around the outside of the car. And it's shown me, again, really cool. On this side, this is where there's an obstruction, and there is a raised little thing. It's an awkward shape, but it's showing it very accurately there. All right, like a bubble view. And that's just the backup camera there.
Just directly behind you.
Cool.
That's trailer hitch view. That way
yeah.
you could line up a trailer if you had to.
All right, that makes sense, yeah.
That's your front view.
Front view, rear view. All right, Scott, so we got back to the dealership here, and we're going to test out this self-parking feature, right?
Drive forward to search for parking spaces.
All righty, will do.
Now this will do parallel parking and pull itself or back itself into normal spaces. So it knows how big it is. There's one.
All right.
Go ahead and touch the P. Now, do you want it to back in or do you want it to pull in forward?
Back in, I guess.
Back in? Which way are we doing? Can't quite tell.
Okay. All right, so that's back in.
Then we push this button right here.
Okay. All right.
Let go.
Foot's off the brake, off the accelerator.
Now remember, you're in control. You're the supervisor here.
Right.
So if something happens that you're not comfortable with, like a ball were to roll out or a cat or something, just hit the brakes. Now, you can see where the lines are. It's going to stop there. It's not going to hit that car.
Okay, all right.
It just, oh, look at that. All right, straighten itself up a little bit.
You never know what you're going to see coming onto the lot here, Scott.
This is the car candy store. Straighten it out. You can see exactly where it's going to go. The green lines are just shot out. It's going to adjust itself.
All right.
And you can see where it's going to stop. Right there.
Awesome. So
there it is.
Completely parked by itself, put itself into park, and it put the parking brake on.
Yep.
Awesome. What can't it do?
It can't go to the moon.
One day.
Perhaps.
All right, and that was our first drive of the 24 GLS 450. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. We love hearing from you, and we will get back to you. Scott, if they want to get in contact with you, how can they do that?
Just stop by and see us along Route 30 here in Greensburg, or give me a call at 724-838-1200.
Come check them out right here on Route 30 in Greensburg. All right, guys, so until next time, enjoy the ride.